Angeles, California.
Hi.
Other action figures each sold separately. From
Record the purr.
Jenny, get the door. It must be Cousin Willie. Okay. Hi. What's up?
The following video is rated R and is intended for an adult audience. So if you're under 18, take a fucking hike, eh? As this video may contain adult themes and situations, strong language and opinions, good and bad advice, cannabis cultivation and consumption. So as long as you're a responsible adult, kick back, spark one up, and enjoy the show.
August wins
And
Queen works.
On occasion.
Hi, CANNABEARD grows here. How you doing, everybody? It's Friday night. Do you know where your plants are? Hopefully in their grow tents or grow spaces. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. How y'all doing? Yes, please don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already, and if you have, thank you so much. While you're there, subscribe and hit that bell for notifications if for some reason you haven't already, and assuming that you have, once again, thank you already. So today's episode, we're going to talk about a couple of things here. We're going to talk about, well, obviously if you saw the thumbnail, I've got a little bit of an issue with one of my plants, and it's a minor one, but we're going to look at it, and we're going to try to address it as a team, as a canna family. And I've done a little bit of shuffling in this room. Something's kind of changed. I'll explain that as well. We'll definitely have some dabs. Let me think here. What else? Was there something else, or was it just those three things today? I think that's kind of about it today, to be honest. We don't have a whole lot smoking on in here today, but we're gonna talk about it anyway. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, and or the lack of tent in the room. I guess is a better thing to say. But if I turn the camera around here, all you can see is one of my studio lights here. But the tent is gone. There was a tent right here on the floor, a little 2.5 by 2.5 footer that Bunny had been growing in. And well, let me tell you a little story here. In case you didn't know, Bunny broke her foot, like pretty horribly too. She did something in some small bones in the arch of her foot, and they ended up having to operate, and they stuck 3 screws in her foot to put that shit back together, man. Poor Bunny's upstairs right now with a cast on, just watching TV and getting high. I mean, it could be a lot worse. She's got meter weight on her hand and foot, so, and there's tons of weed and medications and stuff for her, so she's doing all right. She's in good headspace, so that's good news. But she can't come downstairs anymore, obviously, because she fell down the damn stairs. I'm not trying to laugh at this, but I'm just merely stating that she can't come down the stairs to grow here anymore. So I either needed to reboot, restart the Bunny grow in a couple of months, or just move it upstairs for her so that she could have access to it. So I did that. And here's an interesting thing. I put her stuff up there, and then I went out and did some stuff in the garage. And this at the time kind of really ticked me off, and I'll explain why. And I didn't like freak out or anything, but I was a little upset about it for sure. She did a massive defoliation on the plant. Massive, like very aggressive, and didn't tell me. And the reason I was upset about it is because, number one, it was a little too early to do that much to it. It's an autoflower. You probably shouldn't do that much to it. I'm kind of letting some of the secrets out of the bag here a little bit, but regardless, I think it's going to be okay. And regardless, it's one of those beautiful learning curves. I was talking with my Discord group about it the other day when I was like, it was in the moment, and I was a little like, oh, I was mostly mad that I didn't get to film it. That's the truth. I mean, the fact that she did it is irrelevant. What she does with her grow is kind of her options. I mean, I'm trying to help her along the way, but it's her grow, so she can do whatever she wants to it. But I wished I had kind of filmed it. You know what I mean? That was sort of like, I'm trying to document it, and you can't do big things like that without letting me document it. And at any rate, it's no big deal, and hopefully it'll recover, and it'll be a good part of the story. But bottom line is, that whole system is upstairs. So other than like maybe an occasional update verbally, you're not going to get to see any more of the bunny grow until it's done, and I've edited the video, and I've released it on the channel. So whatever, man, it's all cool. We'll find out what happens. It'll be exciting to see if it works. Leave that as a little cliffhanger for you, and let it be, and we'll see what happens when it's done. One way or the other, I'm going to record it, and we're gonna go through it together. And that actually brings me to a really good point, and it was a really good point that was brought up by my Discord when I was in the moment, as they were like, dude, don't worry about it. Don't stress about it at all. Like, having the footage kind of sucks, or not having the footage kind of sucks, but the fact that she did that is super normal. It's a very common thing for a new grower to maybe do something a little too aggressive and just not know any better, right? And so, whatever, we're just gonna roll with the punches and see what happens, because the reality is that's one of the main draws to my channel, from what I understand. I've had a lot of people tell me that one of the main reasons they found me, subscribed, liked, and wanted to hang around and hear what I had to say was because I admit my mistakes. I show you when I fuck up. When I'm having a deficiency, I don't pluck off the leaves and pretend my plants are perfect. I show you the fuck ups and say, any of you have any suggestions on what's happening here? And that's what we're going to get into in a moment. We're going to get into these plants down here. There we go. They're looking good. They're growing nice. We got a thing or two to look at, though. Oh, but I got some good news, though. I do got some good news here. I found the song. I found it. Bring it in. Bring them in. It's dab time, motherfucking dab time, time to take a fucking dab break. I found the song. It's been missing for a long time, and I finally tracked it down. So we're gonna have a little bit of this is sweet and sour. No. Sorry, pardon me. This is sweet and sour. This is CBD cheese. We're gonna smoke on a little bit of this. All your grows have been stellar lately. Yeah, lately they've been doing pretty good. Yeah, I agree. Mostly because of the organics outside. I forgot how to use nutrients inside maybe a little bit, but we'll see what's going on. I am liking the organic. It's doing well. Hello, how to grow. How you doing? And hi everybody in chat. I'm sorry if I haven't been addressing anybody in chat directly. I'm sorry. If there was anybody that had said anything to me today or a message hoping I would read it and I didn't, hit me up again. I'm sitting in front of the monitor here and I can actually read it and I'm paying attention for a moment. Sorry if I don't read your comments all the time. I do try. Chat gets pretty busy sometimes and I get on a tangent and I start talking, or I'm busy and I don't look at the monitor and I miss things pretty often. So I will tell you this, and I'm not trying to convince you to spend money, but I will tell you this. If you tip me, you can write in a message and the thing will pop an audio cue and read it to me. So I will hear it. Even if I'm sitting down and not paying attention, I will hear that somebody is messaging me with a tip, and I'll stand up and I'll read it for sure. So that's a good way to make sure I won't miss your message. And it'll cost you like $1 or something to do that. Again, I'm not trying to convince you. You don't have to do that. That's entirely up to you. Money is hard earned. I'm not trying to soak you. I'm just merely stating a fact that if you were really trying to get a message to me and I keep damn well missing it, that might be a good way to get my attention. And I assure you that it is unintentional. I'm a stoner and I'm not always paying attention. So I try, but anyway, cheers. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. Smoky. Man, I love that CBD cheese. Man, Bunny rolled me a CBD cheese joint today, and I smoked it during part of my my Twitch stream this afternoon, and it was fucking delicious. I forgot how much I enjoy physically the flavor, even in joints, of that strain of the CBD cheese. There's a reason it's like my favorite. I fucking love it. It's delicious. Anyway, let's have a look here. Let me put my sunglasses up so I can see what you're seeing, and let's have a look here at what's growing on. So, start off here in the back corner here. These two ladies right here, looking pretty good, looking healthy. Let's be real here. Come on, let's observe their colors and the tips. Looking good, looking good. These are my ladies right here. These are the things I bred. These are the CANNABEARD cheese. This is CBD cheese and sweet and sour F1s. I'm gonna breed them again here soon after this taste test, just for fun, unless this is absolutely perfect, which I highly doubt. And anyway, this one back here is also the same. These three right there are the same strain. This one here, right off the bat, was growing kind of weird, and it's got some weird crinkles you can see in the leaf there. It was shorter than the other one right off the bat, and I believe that was partly a germination issue. I did have a bit of a laggy germination on that one, and it took a long time to actually sprout, and then when it did, the leaves were doing some weird shit. It took a week longer than the sisters almost to get going. Maybe not a week, maybe a couple of days. Not the end of the world, but it was a little weird. Anyway, those three there are my bred strain. Looking good. Right here is the one in question. This is the one we're going to have a discussion about. I want you all to take a good look at the leaf here. I'm going to actually pluck this leaf off. Hold on. We got too much light. We're going to have a lot of light. What do you call it? I don't know what the word is here, but here, I bring it up here and you can see this burn. Now, there's a couple of things here going on. I'm not too sure what's happening here. Part of it looks like a calcium deficiency, right? When I looked up different deficiencies and toxicities, this looked like, I think this looked like a toxicity. Too much. What do you think about this? Now, out of all of these plants, only this one is doing it. And this is the Z Skittles. And only on the very, very bottom leaves. Now, hold on. Before you start saying it needs more CalMag, let me explain something to you. Because no, it does not. I've been feeding it CalMag just fine. If you look at the new growth is nice and healthy green color. It's droopy right now because the lights are all dim in here. And it's getting colder in this room than it would like to be right now because I turned the lights down. But the new growth is not giving me any calcium deficiencies. This is an old growth. This is very first generation, first set of leaves coming off here. So if we come down here again, I'm talking about this leaf on the very bottom here, like this. There's another one with a bit that weird color on it. And these are the very bottom 4 leaves that ever happened right here. And you know, it only happens on these 2, to be honest. You can see a little bit going on there, but then this one here looks fine. I don't see really any. There's like a spot maybe right there, maybe. This one here has damage on it, and you can tell because of the line on it that was from being pushed against the side of the pot. That was actually damage. That's a piece of damage. That's not a deficiency. You can tell very clearly by its straight line that was because obviously I pressed the leaf on the side of the pot or something by accident. No big deal, no big deal. But what do you all think about this? Now, what I had in chat, I asked a few people in chat about this in my Discord today, and the sort of the summary that people mostly figured is that because this is old growth, and this is not new growth, and calcium deficiencies show off quite often. Well, it'll show off the deficiency potentially in older growth, but it will show the signs of it in newer growth. of the actual deficiency itself, not necessarily the outcome of, I don't know how to explain. Now, the other thing is I could have potentially fed it too much calcium too quickly. I might have accidentally given it a little bit too much calcium when I first gave it some. Now, I'll show you what I'm using and what I've been doing. Now, it says you can't overfeed. I've heard people say you can't overfeed CalMag before, but this is what I'm using right here. The organic matter calcium magnesium supplement. Now, it says right here 2 milliliters per liter of water, right? Now, I did not even put nearly that much. That's a lot. If you think about it, that's a fucking lot, man. And I did not put that much in there. So that's why I don't think it's an excess, like it's a calcium burn. I think it could be a slight deficiency, but again, I don't know. I just don't know. So I'm really curious what a lot of you guys in chat have to say and what you all think, because many minds are greater than one. Now again, the plant is relatively happy. The color is good. It's a little droopy right now, and I'm pretty sure that's just because it's a bit cold, because all of them look like that right now, and they were perking up a lot better earlier, but it could also be the Z Skittles. Z Skittles is also a mildly notorious pain in the ass strain. It's a little quirky, let's say, right? So then we've got over here, this is Wedding Cake from I Love Growing Marijuana, and also Wedding Cake from I Love Growing Marijuana. Weird that one's like double the size, hey? Very interesting. Hey! 2 months, Jefferson. Rock on, CB, he says. Thank you. Now, oh, right, sorry. So this is Wedding Cake and Wedding Cake from I Love Growing Marijuana, these two right here. And these two here are Wedding Cakes from Coastal Mary. Now this one in the back, this one here has got a fun story. This one's named Frank, as in Frankenstein. This one had a helmet head. This one here had a helmet head on it when it was born, and it was a stick. It was literally a stick out of the dirt. And I left it, and it grew a little tiny little pussy-ass leaf, and that little leaf absorbed just enough light to grow a second leaf, and then it grew. It's about a week and a bit behind everything else. You can obviously tell that just by looking at it. I'm going to continue it because it's fun. It's an experiment. Why kill it? I obviously don't need the room. I'm only using half of my grow space right now. I'm only using one light, though, to be fair. This one's not even turned on. This one's just dangling there. I'm only using the MARSHYDRO SP6500. And by the way, on that note here, let me thank my sponsor for a quick moment. Where is it? MARSHYDRO. Why, thank you, MARSHYDRO, for the cool lights and the cool tents that I'm using in my garage, man. They kick ass. I fucking love these lights, and I love those lights. And if you want to love your lights too, you can use my code CANNABEARD here, and you can save yourself a couple of bucks on any of these badass MARSHYDRO lights, if that is indeed what you want. And do I recommend them? Yeah, actually I do. Am I paid to recommend them? Yeah, I am. But would I say that regardless? Yeah. I'll tell you the truth, man. I don't lie to you guys. I'll tell you if something's garbage or not. And this is not garbage. I like this stuff. MARSHYDRO is good stuff. CANNABEARD thumbs up for Rizzle. Anyway, moving on here. Let's continue, and I want to do. We're gonna have some. We'll have some dabs, and then I want to do a little bit of defoliation. I want to get into here and have a little peek, and we can look into some of this stuff. I wish that this pop-up on screen would say the thing that you have over there in the corner. Jake Grows 420 says, "Cheers, cheers, buddy," and I wish it would have popped up and said that on the screen. It's kind of strange that it doesn't. Come on there, get off the thingamajiggy. Okay, hey, my eyes are up here. There you go. All right, let's have a dab of, you know what? Let's have a dab of the sweet and sour. No joke. Fun fact, these 2 jars represent my strain. CANNABEARD cheese is these 2 right here. Sweet and sour CBD cheese right here. We had these, I bred these 2, and then I've created seed, and this is the seed that I'm growing here. And I'm going to be, I'm reluctantly sending it out to my grow team. Now, here's the thing. I'm giving it to my grow team because I fucking love you guys. I don't want to release these seeds into the public. That's why I'm only sending some to my grow team. They can grow them for fun if they want, but I am going to continue this line and breed a second F2 as I back cross it with the mother. I want to really, really push that CBD into this strain and stabilize it a little bit. But I want to make sure that I don't let out an unstable seed into the wild with my name on it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to send some to my grow team because I love them and they want to grow it, but nobody else gets it. Not yet. Not until it's stable and I'm sure that it's good. It's too experimental at the moment to be letting out into the wild. Plants looking nice, says Michael 1979. Thank you, thank you. And Christina 84, a member for 7 months, says keep up the good work. Hey, I will, thank you. How is Wicked Wizard doing? Wicked Wizard is the one with the deficiency. Wicked Wizard is the Z-Skittles. That's the one with this weird colorization that I'm doing. It's doing great, but it's got 2 leaves that were showing me this weird thing. Ah, shit. I hear my phone. Hold on. No, I'm on my live stream. What's up? Oh, you gotta give me a few minutes. Okay. Okay, give me a few minutes and I'll make you something.
Okay.
Okay, bye. All right. Whew. That was the sweet and sour right there. I don't got a whole lot left in there, but I do have a bunch of the flour still, so I can totally still make some more sauce and stuff. It is very delicious. I like watching AIC My Name Suggestion. Awesome, thank you. By the way, you all gotta tell me which ones. I don't remember. I'm sorry. Next time I'm gonna do this a little bit better. I've got proper. I use these little tiny tags. Here they are. Like, come on. Yeah. I used these ones this time because I couldn't find my normal nameplate ones. I have a couple floating around the house. I just didn't have enough. And I couldn't find any new ones because we don't have any locally yet. It's not quite spring here yet. They're still selling ice melt. They're not selling pot plants yet, or potter plants yet. Anyway, next time I get them, I will make sure to write the account name, like your YouTube name, and then the fucking plant name on the front, so I can reference to who named what. I apologize if I forget, but it's all good. Let's have another fucking dab. And then we'll get into the defoliation stuff and what's happening here. Karen is looking good. Which one's Karen? Karen is the short wedding cake one. Not the shortest wedding cake. Frank is absolutely the shortest of the wedding cakes. There's 4 different wedding cakes from 2 different breeders. And so they're definitely going to have some differences in them. And I'm not expecting one to be better over the other. I'm not really trying to plant them as a versus or anything. I thought it'd be fun to grow a bunch of them at the same time for some reason. Hello, Too High. How you doing? How you doing? Yep. You're joining. That's all that matters. Better late than never. Cheers. Oh, yeah. Man, I love that flavor. It is fucking something else. I am so glad that I had the hindsight to fucking save that strain. And thank you, Mr. Wormy. I haven't seen you in chat in a while, but if you do catch this episode, thank you very much. You know I appreciate you, and I really appreciate that you introducing me to this strain and hooking me up with your last 2 seeds so that I could use them for breeding. Thank you very much. You've allowed me to create more of these seeds. So, again, if you want some, you can have some. You know that. Everybody else, I'm sorry, they're fucking gold. I don't sell seeds anyway. Excuse me. Oh, pardon me. Get a burp right there. There we go. There we go. There goes a couple of subscribers, just like that. What? You noticed me? You made my night, CANNABEARD. Right. Where in the world is Wormy 2000? Where in the world is Wormy 2000? I don't know. He's probably working or something. I don't know. Hanging out on another Discord. Who knows? I don't know where he is. I'm not his keeper. What do I have? No, I don't have a proper thing. I'm just going to use this garbage bag. I know, it's stupid. I should probably well, you know what? I'm not going to use the garbage. I'm not going to do that. That's silly. I will feed these to my worms, and I will, let's see, what else will I do? Here, I'm gonna lower this thing down here. Let's drop this camera a bunch. Right down there like that. Huh. I gotta stand up for a minute and see. Ow, shit. Yeah, so that's not too bad. So if I stick this kind of over here like that, and so if I bring out one right there, see, I'm trying to stand up and see where this all lines up so that it looks good. Okay, let's lock the camera here like that. Something like that. Okay. Now, one thing I did in the past that I didn't like is I shuffled all of these plants around when I was recording them with a time lapse. This time, I'm not doing it. I'm not even really rotating the plants unless I can help it. I might accidentally or something when I'm watering them or I'm trimming them and I forgot to put it back the same direction or something like that. But I'm not too worried. So, what we can do though, is I can put their names, their name tags, right in the front, like this from now on. And what that'll do is ensure that I kind of point them that way. And that will help keep the cameras aligned. Here, I'll show you what I'm doing a little bit. Over here. Yeah. So that if I shuffle these around a little bit, as long as I put them back in the right spot, they're at least facing the same way, always, for, yeah, oh, that's a hard stretch. Oh, fuck, my arms. Oh, God, my arms are fucking so screwed. Holy fuck, they've been in pain lately. Oh, fuck. I don't want to talk about it. Let's just fucking move some plants around. Okay. Let's do this first one here. AIC. I seen you talking about her in chat here. So, fuck, I can't see that. God damn it. Give me 1 second here. I gotta move some things around so I can I need to be able to see this monitor just a little bit from where I'm sitting. Just a little bit. It does not need to be fully in focus. Fuck. Fuck, I hate this monitor. Pardon my language, I'm sorry. There we go. This monitor is just so touchy. If I freaking move it wrong even slightly, I lose the connection and I gotta wait for it to reconnect and it's just, oh, it's a bugger. Anyway, there, I can at least see where it's pointed. That's all that matters. So what I want to do is I want to come in under the skirt here and we want to take out all this old growth. And this weird little twist in that leaf. But we want to take all this lower leaf out. Just the big leaves from the lower stuff here. You don't need to go crazy. See, this is right here why I put those names tags in the front. That was a smart idea thinking about that. So I can come through here and I can take out all these leaves. Now I'm going to take out the second set of leaves too, which is coming off the main stalk only here. And you know what? Let's take this other set off here at the top because there is stuff underneath here. So let's take this off as well. Now this is a little bit right there. That's where I'm going to stop it. Now, I could take these two off here, but I'm just going to tuck these ones here. I'm a little more, I like tucking a little bit more than I do ripping leaves off if I can help it. So anyway, there we go with that one. Now this one here in the back, yeah, you can see that. I'm not even going to fuck with that one. It's not ready for anything yet. It's too small. Frank, you can just stay right where you are. Now the bride here, yeah, you can see, I hope you can see into here pretty good. I think it's okay. There we go. You take those off. And I spin around and I go and do the same thing. And I take the next set of leaves off the stalk, the main big sun leaves. We can just get those out of there. They're kind of just in the way of other things. And I'm going to take this set here off right near the top because they're kind of big and I could normally just tuck them. But if I do that right there, that opens up so much exposure now. That's just tons of room. So now let me just move that aside for a second so we can pull Karen out here. Now Karen's pretty short. She's short and sassy. We all know her. She wants to speak to the fucking manager. But we're gonna pop her bottom leaves off there, just like everybody else. She ain't as special as she thinks she is. And where's the rest of these leaves? Did I already pull? I must have pulled some leaves off earlier of her. I did. I absolutely did. You know what, Karen? You're looking good. You don't need a haircut. You're already a short-haired, all business bitch right from the beginning. There we go. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to move this out of the way for the rest of the episode because I feel like having this here, yeah, that's a little cleaner. And same thing here. I did take the lower. This is wicked. I took the lower off here when we were talking earlier, but I do want to take the second set here. It was tucked in its earlier life, but now let's just get it out of here. Hey, there we go. Good size leaf and everything. Good healthy looking. No burns on the tips. A weird little jag there at the end, but and a weird little wobble here. That's interesting too. What is this one here? This is, oh yeah, that's Z Skittles. Right. You know what? That's good. I don't need to fuck around with that one much more at all. You're good. And I'm gonna put, I'm just gonna slide you over there for a moment. That's what I'm gonna do. Now, this one is Lady Shatterly right here. This is the weird short one of my string. This is the one that grew some really, it took a long time to grow its first leaves and they were weird as fuck. Look at this, some weird mutations happening in this one. This one was definitely a weird, hopefully not a phenotype. Let me get in here closer. Let's take a look at this shit. Hopefully this isn't a phenotype that's popping its ugly head here, and this is just one bad seed. But you can see that this leaf starts up on the stalk. This one had like almost a second head, so there's got some weird growth patterns right off the bat, whereas this came right out of underneath the armpit where it's supposed to. And look at this leaf. You tell me that leaf is fucking normal. That is a weird looking leaf, right? And the other one's no different. I'm gonna pluck that off and take a look at that thing. Also, weird as shit. Look at that. Now this end, you see that split in the end? That's actually kind of interesting, but this split that's happening in the end here is, that was natural. That wasn't cut or anything like that. It actually just stopped square like that. That's pretty bizarre, hey? Kind of a weird shape. I hope this cameraing is okay for what I'm doing here. I'm literally holding it with my foot. I'm balancing this pot on my calf. I'm holding the camera with one arm, balancing it on my knee, and I have one free hand here. So hopefully this works. This is kind of ridiculous, but Well, I wouldn't mind a cameraman, but my camera woman is very out of commission. So, like that. And yeah, look at these two. I'm gonna pull these second sets out just because they're fucking weird again too. I want to look at them. It's actually very reminiscent of duckfoot. How it's really, really curling in on itself like this. Very cool. Is that a bug? What is that? Hey, hold on. No, it's not. It's a fluff. Alright. I was like, fuck, that better not be a bug. Yeah, no. Weird leaf formations. It's a shame this wasn't a. If this was a photo period, I would have immediately started cloning this thing and like potentially played with it, because that's how things like Freakshow were made. Freakshow was made off of having like a weird variety like this, and people you know repropagating that weird variety. Anyway, let's take these two off, and then that's all. This lady is stripped. Yeah, you are all like short-topped lady. You're good to go. Push these back where you came from. There we go. Now pull this next one out. So this one here is Cheesy Lynn, whatever. And again, we're just going to take these bottom ones here off. Snap, snap, like that. Get rid of them. We're going to turn it, and we're going to take the next set of leaves off. Get rid of them. We're going to turn it back again, and we're going to get rid of the next set. Whoop, get rid of them. And then we're going to put it down straight, and I'm going to get rid of the next set right here. 1 and 2. And again, that opens these ladies right the fuck up, man. Craziness, but they'll be happy in the long run. It might piss them off for a day or two. There's nothing you can do about accidentally pissing off an autoflower, but I mean, if you're gonna defoliate them, you're gonna anger them a little bit. It is what it is. You gotta do it. It's no big deal. They'll be fine. I'm not taking too much off. Maybe a like borderline on the aggressive defoliation. Let me know. I'll tell you what, I'm almost done here. I'm almost done. So I'm going to come back up there and have a couple of dabs. Start letting me know in chat right now if you think this is too aggressive for autoflowers, or if this is fine. And again, even if you're watching this after the fact, you can put it in the comments below. I read the comments. I read every single one of them, and I try and reply to everything that is, you know, I don't want to say worth replying to, but like if it's a thought out comment and it's an honest question, I will try to honestly answer them all. I don't always answer them all, but I try. I'm only human and I'm the only one guy here, so. Cheeselin, you're going to go back over there. My beautiful lady, right there. And then Z Skittles goes right back here. And that one's the bride. No, the bride. Wait a minute. No, wait a second. That's right. That's correct. That's why I have everything labeled so that they all stay where they're supposed to. And there we go. Right. Now, here's actually why I decided not to put this all into the garbage, because that, all right there, I can do one of two things. I've got 2 different worm bins and 2 different rabbits. So I can either give it to my rabbits or the worms. I'll probably give it to the rabbits. It's good fresh greens. They need dark, nutritious greens like that. And it's fresh and it's free and it's THC free at this point. I don't have to have any weird thoughts in my head or concerns of like THCs and stuff. So there's a weird angle now. I put my camera all low, so now I feel like a giant. Whatever. What week is Wicked Wizard? They are all on episode. What episode is this? I can't see. Can somebody see what episode this number is? It'll say it's S season 5, episode 5. Episode 5. So week 5. We're at a month. We're at week 5 right now. That's where we're at. A month and a week. We're either at a month. I think this is a month, actually, now that I think about this, because the first episode was just me, like, kind of planting them and stuff. So I think this is either the 4th or the 5th actual week of growth. I'm not 100% sure on that. Something like that. I'll have to... I can go back and look at my calendar. I mark it and stuff, so, yeah. I'll take a look. You know what I think I need to do? I think I need to get one of those fucking grow apps. There's a whole bunch of grow apps. There's that Grow with Jane and all this bullshit. There's a ton of them, but they're all too complicated. I just want something that I can keep track of fucking a couple of dates and maybe make a couple of notes. Maybe I need to just get a fucking app developer under my belt and make a fucking a CANNABEARD app. But not call my... Don't put my name on it, because that's fucking arrogant as shit. But making a really basic, like... Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I don't know if there's any money in free apps. Well, if you're an app developer, hit me up. Maybe we can talk. I got some ideas. I know what I want, and I can't fucking get it. I can get close, but they're always way too complicated, or not even close to complicated enough. One or the other. Anyway, cheers. Can you smoke those leaves? As easily as you could smoke lawn clippings, you can. You 100% can. It would taste disgusting and not get you high or anything. This is just, let me grab one here. Yeah, this is all just zero THC. Here's a fun fact that maybe not everybody knows. THC and cannabinoids like CBD and CBNs and CBGs and all the CBs and CVs and whatever, all of the cannabinoids exist in their largest concentrations in the crystal. You know those the frost? You know when you say, ooh, that plant's so frosty. If you look at that under a microscope, there's these little glass tubes with a big glass ball, kind of like a glass mushroom full of jam. That jam is all cannabinoid soup. That's where 90%, maybe 95% of the cannabinoid content lives in cannabis plants. There's definitely some in the fiber woven right into the plant, but not fucking much. It pushes most of it. I don't know the exact percentages. I'm just bro sciencing some percentages here, but it pushes most of it out into those crystals. So this has fucking nothing in it. I would say trace amounts at best of cannabinoids in this right now because it's fucking leaf. There's nothing in it. This is literally a solar panel to absorb sun. That's it. This has no relevancy on potency whatsoever, which is why it's good for eating, giving it to your rabbits, whatever, man. You can give it to your kids, they ain't gonna do shit. It's just a fucking leaf. It's nothing. But when they start getting frosty leaves near the buds at the end of the season, those got shit on them. Those will get you high. That's the kind of leaves you do want to save when you're trimming your buds. All your trim and your shake and stuff. That's all good stuff. They call it sugar leaves because they're leaves covered in sugar. Those are the ones you want. These got nothing on you. It's good lettuce, good free salads for my rabbit. I shouldn't say lettuce because lettuce is fucking terrible. Even for you. You shouldn't even be eating lettuce. If you're going to eat lettuce, at least eat romaine. Don't eat iceberg. That is bullshit water and like nitrogen. That's it. Lettuce is the biggest fucking bullshit food out there, man. That's garbage. At least eat fucking spinach. Or like spring mixes. Or some spinach, some romaine, something like that. Don't eat fucking iceberg shit. That's barely even good on burgers. That stuff's garbage. And you know it to be true. You know I'm right. Search your soul. You know it to be true. I want another CBD dab here. Cheers. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh yeah. Oh, I see some more leaves that I want to take off. Watch. Let's see if you can spot them too. I want to take these two leaves off here. This one and that one over there. I'll just do it real quick. No big deal. I just want to take this guy here. Wait a minute. No, just this one. Yeah. Now I'm not even going to train these things at all. I'm not going to train them at all. By the way, at best I do some tucking. I'm not going to stretch them out. I'm not going to pull them and spread them all like Spider-Man or Bondagey or nothing like that. There's just, oh shit. There's just no point in it. I just, well, not no point in it. I'm growing these for kind of fun. And honestly, I'm not too concerned about massive amounts of weight and stuff. This was more an excuse to grow this and to test this out. The rest of this stuff is mildly irrelevant. I just really wanted to see how these 2 or 3 grew out. And the rest was just filler so that I wasn't growing nothing but that. Just so I had some flavor options, something to change the palate for a moment. But as soon as this is done, I am going to have to almost immediately go into a secondary phenohunt of these and do a final breed cross before summer hits. I want to get this done before summer hits so that I have the seeds done. The next batch. So it'll be an F2 with the mother back cross stabilized to give it more of that CBD flavor. Man, I want that CBD cheese to really be prominent. There's a reason I like the flavor the way it is. I don't want to fucking wreck it, man. It's good. Anyway, folks, I don't know what else to say. That's about all I got for today. I've showed you everything. I've smoked a bunch of weed. I'm kind of fucking dabbed out right now. I need to go eat my dinner now. And I will be back on Twitch tonight. I'm playing 7 Days to Die. I've been playing this new mod called Darkness Falls. There's like demons and it's like way harder and shit. I don't know. I'm not going to bore you. Just check it out if you're into that kind of shit. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. On Sunday for Sunday session. And we're going to do Sunday session an hour later than normal this one. We were supposed to do it last time an hour later, and I ended up doing it an hour earlier, but that's because I was in another city with Bunny getting surgery on her foot and stuff, so circumstances for that. But this weekend, we're going to go an hour late. We're going to try to bump the Sunday session a little bit later in the day and see if more people can be involved. A lot of the OGs are out for brunch and shit and miss it by like fucking 20 minutes, man. And I feel like maybe we could bump it an hour and maybe it won't hurt everybody. I don't know. Whatever. We'll give it a try and see how it is. Anyway, thank you all for hanging out. Much cannabis love. I'll see you fucking soon. And bye-bye. Oh yeah, I can't find my mouse now.